Okay, so I've just put up the sort of the open house, the virtual open house tour that we had today, and I do apologize. Simone and I had some technical difficulties, but we're back online, and hopefully anybody that pops into this at a later time will have this. I just wanted to make sure that that you had my address, because often I can help students. I'm the chair of the program. That means that I oversee the programs in Salmon Arm, in Vernon, Kelowna, and Penticton, and any of the one-time funded programs. For example, we have one of those coming up very quickly, and I'll cover that in a minute. But there's my contact, my Okanagan email contact, and you can email me at any time. I try to make sure that any student that contacts me, any future student that contacts me, that I actually turn around that time within the first working day that I'm back at work. So, you know, if it was on the weekend that you posed a question, by Monday you would have the answer. If it was Monday you posed the question, I try and make sure that by Tuesday you have the answer. And often I can help you navigate through the website as well. Sometimes that's a bit of a hassle. The next one is just letting you know some of the intakes that we have. So this January 4th, we have a winter intake into Kelowna. It can hold up to 30 students. Theory part is online, but 2 days of the week, Wednesday and Friday, are lab days, and they are on campus. So you do get to meet the other students in your class. Up to this point in time, we've been dividing the class in half, just so that we don't have so many people in the lab. And that will really be dictated by what is happening with the COVID situation in our area. And right now, you know that COVID is ramped up a lot. We have a lot more positive cases, and we really do have to keep an eye on that at the college for the safety of students and the safety of staff. The next course that we have is January 11th, and it's called Revelstoke and Vernon, and it's rather a unique course. It will take in 10 students out of the Revelstoke surrounding area and 10 students out of the Vernon surrounding area. So it doesn't matter if you happen to be a Kelowna student and wanted to take that. The course is part-time, and that's a little bit interesting or different in that it's going to take you from January through to August to finish it. The first part of it up until May is really 3 days a week only, and it's theory courses online. And our lab for that course is going to be 10 seats, or will be in around the Vernon area for the lab and practicum, and 10 seats will be offered in Revelstoke for both the lab and practicum. So you don't have to leave your community to take the lab and practicum. So that's a really unique course, and offers you a little bit of difference in that it's not full-time. May 26th offers 2 courses, one in Kelowna that is 30 students, and one in Salmon Arm that offers 20 students. And if you ask what the difference is, it's just sheer size of the lab. In the fall, we have another program in Kelowna. It starts August 23rd. And then in the fall time, we have 2 more courses or programs, and one is in Vernon for 30 students, and one is in Penticton for 20 students. So right now we do have a fall program going on right now in Kelowna. We have a fall program in Vernon going on, and we have a fall program going on in Penticton. So those are regular intakes that happen. I just added this tuition and sort of the cost sort of thing. But any student that gets in touch with me, I am more than happy to tell you what other stuff do you need for this course besides the textbook and some course guides. You know, what is so particular for our course. So I've just put that slide in there so that it's there for you in future use. But other than that, this whole session is sort of being recorded. And anytime that you have any questions, you can search by program, you can ask a question of an advisor or recruiter, and they are absolutely wonderful in forwarding that to me. And then I can help do those one-to-one answers that, that can happen. And then you can apply online, which is really, really nice, and work through everything online. You can do your prerequisites and make sure the forms go online. Everything is really done really well that way. And then just finally, letting you know that if you do come into the session or you do check into the session, that you are eligible to win a $5,000 tuition credit, which is absolutely wonderful. And you can enter also for that on okanagan.bc.ca tuition giveaway. So just covering sort of those things. But if you have particular things that you want to cover, I am more than willing to do that. So hopefully the person that is online with us will be able to either contact me or follow up by listening to the recording of this session that we're doing right now. Anything else? Simone, do you think I missed?
No, I think that's great. I think you gave the 10-minute synopsis of the program. It's super, super short. One question for you, Marlis. Why did you enter the field of nursing and healthcare assistant?
Oh, this is I really am. I'm a nurse. My background is nursing. That's and I've also gone back to school and I have more university education in healthcare administration. So I've been a nurse that works with clients, and I've been a nurse. But my focus or my love has been geriatrics, which is working with the elderly for most people. And I guess I've also been brought up in. I grew up in a farming community, but I also grew up with a mom that was a nurse, and so I was strongly influenced by caring and how to go that extra mile and what it meant to be there to support people to be independent and do their own thing. And so I love this job and I love this profession in the fact that I get to work with the clients, but I also get to work with students. And my greatest, I think, advocacy work is to help students become the best caregivers that they can possibly be. Because when I do that, then the clients in our community really benefit from the education that they would get at Okanagan College. And I truly believe that most instructors that I work with and that I now support and help with have that same philosophy. And I think when you can help a student do what they want to do, I think that's so important. And I always tell students there's 3 parts to the healthcare assistant program. One is the knowledge that they will get by taking the program, which is really only a 6-month program, but has a huge amount of knowledge in it. The second is that they get to put their whole heart into this profession. And a lot of people, that's what they want to do. And the other thing that we offer at the college, I think, is the fact that we have those labs where you have to actually come on campus to learn the skills. And so I call that the hands. Those are the hands that how do you use your hands in a gentle, caring manner to give great care. Whether you do it in a hospital setting, whether you do it in a facility setting with elderly people, whether you do it in the home setting. And some of my students have gone on to become care aides, LPNs, rehab assistants. One has just graduated with her master's in occupational therapy. Another is taking physiotherapy right now at UBCO. So I think there's room to grow in this profession that we're in. And for some people, it's what they want to do, and other people, it's a stepping stone. And so it should be. In education, we should always be striving to do more. So that's kind of my reason that I'm in this profession, and love being at the college, and just love being part of that whole aspect of care, right? And right now it's kind of scary with COVID, but I think that if you have knowledge about COVID, if you understand it, you can actually be an advocate in making sure that we don't spread it and that we know how to handle it. And so those are some of those great things that you can get when you're in the program of a healthcare assistant.
That's lovely. Thank you for sharing that.
Yep, you're welcome.
Well, I don't see any chats coming up, and
You know, yeah, you know what I'll do, Simone? I'll stay on until 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And
I have to duck out to the next session, but
absolutely. And thanks for all your help.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too. So so if you are listening on your phone and you have any questions, I'll just let you know that my email address is mmagas, M-A-G-A-S, so M-M-A-G-A-S at okanagan.bc.ca. And that is the college's email address with my first initial, my last name on it. So you're more than welcome to email me if you have any questions. And I'm just going to stay on until 12 o'clock. At that time, we're going to close the session down. But if you need anything, just let me know.